Hey guys, it's Anna and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Colourpop and Kathleen Lights collaboration. It's her Dream Street collaboration. I'm just that excited I can't talk. So this is the palette. Of course, it is so beautiful. I adore the packaging. It is so pretty. Of course, we have some rose gold marble. The only thing about the packaging that is a bit iffy is that, like the old Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, it will get quite dirty just because of the light color and the material. But this is what it looks like inside the palette. This retails for $16, so super duper affordable. We have a nice mixture of mattes and shimmers, and honestly, I feel like this is a very wearable everyday palette with those pops of color to make it a little bit more fun, so I feel like this is just perfect for everybody. And then we have her 3 new lip products. So she came out with 2 ultra satin lips, and then this is an ultra glossy lip. I was so excited to hear that she came out with satin and ultra glossy because those are like my favorite Colourpop formulas. This packaging is adorable. Obviously, it's a bit different from their usual lip product packaging. It has gold accents and then these little like twinkly lights around the cap. And just like Colourpop's usual lip products, these are also priced at $6 each. Kathleen is one of my all-time favorite holy grail YouTubers. Seriously though, she's amazing. I love her to death. So I was so excited about this collection. I'm like, girl, I'm buying the whole entire thing. It looks gorgeous. I'm so excited to share my thoughts with you guys, give you guys a little bit of tutorial, a little bit of a swatch party. So if you're interested in this collection and what I think of it, go ahead and keep watching. So here are what these swatches look like. Please excuse my terrible fake tan. I know my skin is so dry. We have all these wildfires going on in the area right now, so the air is very dry. I've been applying lotion like crazy, but it's just not doing anything. I'm scrubbing this tan off tonight and reapplying it, so just please don't come for me. I know. You guys, I am so excited. This is my first time playing with Colourpop eyeshadows. I've heard nothing but good things, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this shade right here. It's called Shooting Star, and I'm gonna go ahead and start to apply this in my crease. Oh, wow. That is good. Okay. I understand why people like these so much. Like, for some reason, I just wasn't expecting them to be like that good, like that pigmented. I guess I was sort of expecting like a little bit better than drugstore quality, but like so far, oh dang. Like they're super smooth and buttery. Okay, Colourpop, and this is only $16. Are you kidding me? That's not expensive, as Kathleen likes to say. Well, she likes to say, that's expensive, but this is not. That's not expensive. All right, so now that we have a nice blown out transition shade, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the shade Potion, and I'm gonna pop that right underneath that transition shade, kind of in my crease, just to give it a fun little pop of color. Dang, these are so pigmented. I'm literally brushing this on with like the slightest little baby strokes, and it's like, bye-bye. And then while we're at it, I'm just gonna go ahead and take that transition shade one more time and then just kind of blend over that color again, just so it's like nice and seamless. And then for my all over lid shade, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the shade Water Bearer. So just on a shader brush. Oh my gosh. This is $16. I'm starting to like second guess, like, what's the point of even buying like high-end eyeshadow palettes? Like, what? So I'm just dipping back into the shade Potion. And on this tiny little crease brush, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the crease just because it's looking a bit too harsh with like the blue, and then, no, we need to fix it. I don't know. I think this is looking a little funky. Funky down. Oh, jeez. Okay. Negatory. Dipping into the transition shade again. You can't really just like slap that on the lid and call it a day. It's gonna require a little bit more effort. I feel like those colors are not mixing how I want them. It's starting to look a little bit like purple. Ay caramba. What I should have done is applied like the perfect crease and transition, like all that stuff. I can't really go with like that and then the blue and then go back to that because the blue's mixing with those other colors, which is why it's starting to look purple. I'm having a rough time, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I've literally been attempting this eyeshadow look for like 15 minutes now. Maybe 20. Like, I've literally been sitting here for so long. This blue is not the easiest to work with. It's so pigmented, but when you blend it, it kind of like blends away, which like I expected. Like, it's a blue. It's not the easiest shadow in the world to like blend and oh, it's still gonna be fine. So I'm doing a lot of like applying, blending, but the blue just doesn't mix well with the other colors, and it's turning them different colors. And then when I apply shadows next to the blue, it's like picking up and removing all this pigment. So as you can see here, I tried applying the dark brown, which is the shade Elfish. I tried applying that color in like the outer V, and then I've been reapplying Potion to the crease, trying to warm it up, and it's just like this back and forth thing. I've literally been sitting here for like 20 minutes. All right, well, we're starting completely over because that was just horrendous. It started looking patchy. It wasn't blending right. It was just like a hot mess. I would recommend literally making everything like to perfection. Have like the crease, the transition, like literally everything down and blended, and then apply this like very carefully, because I just don't find it workable like at all to go like back and forth and then do a few other colors and then go back with the blue. Like, it's just oof. So we're gonna be doing a completely different look. So I'm gonna go in more with like these rosy tones, maybe some of these golds, and then I still like really love these colors. We're gonna go ahead and do a look based off of those ones. So for my transition shade, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the shade Magical. This color reminds me a lot of, I believe it's the Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie shade. I could be totally wrong, but like it's that iconic, I feel like you guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's so pretty. So now I'm just picking up the shade Potion once again, and I'm gonna be lightly popping this in the crease. By the way, let me know if this is close enough for you guys to see. I've had a few of you guys request just to bring the camera a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing a bit better. So let me know if this is better. And as usual, I just like to take the transition shade again, pop that over top, and it just helps the blending process even more. And now I'm just popping a little bit more of Potion right in my outer V. For my all over lid shade, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the shade Spark. I'm actually really excited because when I saw this palette and I was trying to like envision a look, I was like, I either really want to play with like this color or the blue. So I mean, I guess I got to play with both today. I'm obsessed with lipsticks that are this color. I feel like they just make you look so much tanner than you are. So now I'm just taking my Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Light Sand. And with this little brush, I'm going to start to... Let's put this away for a second, okay? I'm going to start to carve out my crease. And then to put over top that concealer, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the shade Sweet Dreams. Okay, maybe I need to go in with another brush. This is like not showing up. Well, normally when I put down concealer, that makes shimmery shadows super metallic and I don't need to wet the brush, but this is just like very light for me. So we're gonna wet the brush. I don't know why this shade isn't going on as metallic as I want it to be. Maybe it's just not a metallic shade. Like maybe it's supposed to be pretty subtle. I guess it kind of does look like a subtle pale gold now that I look at it. So this is what 3 layers of that gold shadow looks like. So basically I dipped into the palette, spritz it, applied it, dipped into the palette, spritz it, apply it 3 times, and this is the outcome. So it's not like the most blinding, intense metallic I've seen, but it's definitely buildable. I like it. I think it's really pretty. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take this color once again, and we're just going to kind of diffuse the lines over here, make it look a little bit less harsh and nicely blended between like that peachy? Would you? Nah, that's not really peachy. It's like a freaking dark bright peach. I don't even know. what would you call that? Like a Malone color, a melon, a watermelon. All right, so now that I have the top lids done, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my face makeup, and then I will be right back to finish off the lower lash line with you guys. I'm just gonna do the rest off camera because like, today is all about the Kathleen Colourpop launch, so it's gonna be all about those products. I'll see you in a second. I'm back. So to continue off this look, I'm going to go ahead and take the color Spark, and we're just going to obviously apply this to the lower lash line. And I like to bring my lower lash line shadow all the way down here. It kind of like hides your little like under eye bag. Little trick there. And then I'm going to take a teeny tiny itsy bitsy little brush, and we're going to dip into the shade Elfish. And this is going to go as close as possible to like the little lash line hairs. So I just want to add a little bit of smokiness. Check it out. That's what we're talking about. And then the final step to the eye look, we're going to go ahead and highlight. So I'm taking the shade Moony, and we're going to go ahead and pop that right underneath the brow bone. Ooh. That is really pretty. And now I'm just gonna pop some in the inner corners. So now that the eye makeup is done, we're gonna go ahead and swatch all of the lip products that she came out with. So the first one, the lightest one, is a ultra glossy lip, and this is in the shade Moonchild. Oh my gosh. That is such a pretty color. I'm obsessed with glosses, and I only wear nude glosses, so this is perfect for me. So once again, this is the shade Moonchild. I love this lip color. It is so flattering, and I feel like it's going to suit a lot of skin tones. I also really like that there's very, very tiny, fine gold sparkles in this gloss. It just makes it that much more glossy and wet looking. You can't go wrong with this color. It's not too pink. It's not too brown. It's literally the perfect nude color. It's not a sticky formula. Very comfortable on the lips. I'm loving this one. So the next shade we have here is an ultra satin lip, and this is in the shade Dreamy. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I'm not really sure how I would describe this color. It's like a beautiful mixture of a little bit of terracotta. It has like a rosiness. It's very warm. There's a little bit of brown in there, a little bit of peach. Yeah, it's beautiful. A little bit of pink. It's just a really beautiful combination, and it matches the eye look very nicely. I feel like this is very wearable for every day. And in case you guys didn't know already, I'm obsessed with the Ultra Satin lip formula. It is so comfortable on the lips. It literally lasts all day. It does transfer, but like the color doesn't go anywhere. You're not going to get butthole lips. And if the color does fade at all, you literally just go like, and it covers it, and you're all good. Or you could just reapply. Either one. Your lips aren't gonna feel or look dry, get crusty, anything like that. This is like a magical lip formula. It's so good. And then this last color is also a satin lip. This is in the shade Rever. Oh, it's a French word I cannot pronounce. So this looks very bright and neon. I'm a little bit scared about this one, but I love orangey reds. But then when I saw this and it came in the mail and I saw this in person, I was like, that is a lot more orange than it looked online. Online it looked like orangey red, which I'm all down for, but like pure neon bright clown orange. We'll see. I don't know about this one, you guys. I feel like I kind of totally look like a fish. Maybe with like a dark bronzy smoky eye, like that might look really cool, and then it just might pair a lot better with it. But this is just like flat out neon electric orange. I do think it complements this royal blue jumpsuit so nicely. I think I actually might be able to pull it off, like a dark brown smoky eye. That might look really cool. It might look really cool. And just in case you guys wanted some hand swatches as well as lip swatches, here are all three colors. Wait, hold on. I don't know if I'm just going crazy or what, but with these satin lips, when you rub your lips together, over time, they get more matte looking. So I was just rubbing off this color, and I feel like now it doesn't look as orange now that it's like fully dried and matte. Am I just crazy? Does it look like a hint more red? Because like this is wearable to me. Am I going crazy? I don't know. Sometimes. Actually, every day I do. So as far as my final thoughts, I think you guys can already tell that I already love the Colourpop Ultra Satin lips and the glossy lips. It really just comes down to shade preference. And as far as the eyeshadow palettes, like I said, this is my first time trying Colourpop eyeshadows. Generally, I really liked them. I'm very impressed by the formula, especially for $16. These are very comparable to high-end some of the shades. I really love the mattes. They're super creamy, buttery, smooth, easy to blend, easy to work with, very pigmented, yada yada yada, everything you want in a shadow. But I did find that once I started to reach like the pops of color, the brighter ones, then I started to have like a little bit more issues. This one not so much as this one. This one I had a heck of a hard time with. This one was workable, but with both of them I noticed that once I started to work in other colors, either in like the outer V or in the crease, it started to pick up a bit of that color and I started to lose that initial color, and I kept having to like reapply, but then I need to blend because it's pigmented, and then reapply and blend. It was just like a very messy back and forth situation. This one was a lot easier to work with because it is a much easier color than dark blue. As far as the shimmers, I only used this shade and this shade today. This one was quite underwhelming. It's the one I have on my lid, of course, today, and I feel like already throughout this tutorial it's just faded a lot in the intensity and pigmentation. I believe that this shade is supposed to be a more like softer, everyday light gold color, so if that's so, then it's beautiful if you just like that everyday like wash of light gold on your lid. But I am noticing that it is fading a bit, and for this having concealer and being like sprayed down and wet before you put it on the lid, it's not super foiled. It's really not. So yeah, it's up to you what you guys think about that. This shade I loved. I think it is so blinding and pearlescent. It's honestly beautiful. So overall, I'd say I actually really enjoy the palette. There are just a few shades in here that performed a little bit differently than I expected, but that's fine. Like none of these shades were like, oh, that's bad, except for this one. Like this one you have to be really careful with, but other than that, I really enjoyed the palette. I think Kathleen came up with a beautiful color selection. It's so, I love it. Dreamy Street. I love it. It's a dream. It's a dream palette. So that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure to give this one a massive thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already. If you might want to see me in any more videos, I would appreciate it so, so much. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!